Did you know that the lightweight aluminum foil you use every day is actually made from a solid block of aluminum? Welcome to the intriguing world of aluminum foil, an everyday item with a fascinating production journey. Aluminum foil is ubiquitous. It's used in home kitchens for cooking and preserving food, in restaurants for takeaway orders, even in labs for scientific purposes. Its lightweight nature, flexibility, and ability to withstand high temperatures make it an indispensable material in our daily lives. But here's a fun fact. This thin, shiny sheet that we casually crumple and throw away starts its life as a solid block of aluminum. That's right, the journey of aluminum foil from a hefty block to a featherlight sheet is a testament to human ingenuity and industrial prowess. Intrigued? Stay tuned to learn how this transformation happens. This is not just the story of aluminum foil, but a peek into the marvels of manufacturing that shape our everyday life. The journey of aluminum foil begins with a raw material called bauxite. Buried deep within the Earth's surface, you'll find this naturally occurring reddish-brown ore. Miners work diligently, extracting this precious resource from the ground. The bauxite is then transported to processing plants where it undergoes a fascinating transformation. The first step in this transformation is known as the Bayer process. Named after its inventor Carl Joseph Bayer, this process involves crushing the bauxite and mixing it with a strong caustic soda solution. This separates the aluminum oxide or alumina from the rest of the ore. The alumina is then washed and heated to remove any leftover impurities, but we're not done yet. We've got alumina, but we need aluminum. That's where the Hall-Héroult process comes in. This process, named after its inventors Charles Martin Hall and Paul Héroult, is all about smelting. In a large steel shell lined with carbon, known as a reduction pot, the alumina is mixed with cryolite to lower its melting point. A powerful electric current is then passed through the mixture, causing the aluminum ions to separate from the oxygen. The metallic aluminum sinks to the bottom of the pot, while the oxygen reacts with the carbon lining to produce carbon dioxide. The molten aluminum is then drained from the bottom of the pot and cooled, forming solid aluminum. But that's not the end. This aluminum isn't quite ready to be turned into foil just yet. It's still too thick and brittle. To transform it into the malleable metal we're familiar with, it needs to be rolled out and tempered. So we've journeyed from the depths of the earth through the Bayer and Hall-Héroult processes, and we're left with pure aluminum. And voila, we have our pure aluminum. But how does it become the thin foil we know? The secret to transforming solid aluminum into thin foil lies in a process called rolling. Now let's dive deeper into this fascinating process that takes our aluminum from a bulky block to a delicate sheet. First up, we have the hot rolling process. Imagine a solid block of aluminum about to embark on a transformative journey. It's like a caterpillar about to become a butterfly. This aluminum block is heated until it reaches a temperature around 500 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than a wood-fired pizza oven. Once our aluminum is nice and toasty, it's time for the real action. The heated block is placed between two colossal rollers. These aren't your average kitchen rolling pins, they're huge industrial machines, engineered to withstand tremendous pressure. As the aluminum passes between these rollers, it's compressed and stretched. The once solid block is flattened into a thinner sheet. It's like rolling out a pie crust, but on a much larger scale. The aluminum continues to pass through the rollers multiple times, each time emerging thinner than before. However, the transformation isn't complete. The aluminum sheet, although much thinner now, still isn't as thin as the foil we're familiar with. This is where the cold rolling process comes in. In the cold rolling process, the aluminum sheet is cooled down and then passed through the rollers once again. This time, the rollers are adjusted to apply even more pressure. The sheet is stretched and squeezed until it's remarkably thin. Just imagine, the aluminum has gone from a solid block to a sheet so thin it's almost transparent. It's a remarkable transformation achieved through a careful balance of heat, pressure, and precision engineering. Now we have large, thin sheets of aluminum, but we're not done yet. The aluminum has been through a lot, but there's still more to come. So stick around as we unveil the final stages of how aluminum foil is made. Before the aluminum becomes the foil in your kitchen, it undergoes a few more steps. Once the aluminum sheet has been rolled to its desired thinness, it's time to cut it down to size. Imagine a giant pair of scissors slicing through the sheet with precision. This is done using a process known as slitting, where the sheet is cut into several smaller widths that are more suitable for household use. Now let's talk about the final step. The aluminum foil is wound onto cardboard tubes to form long rolls. Picture a roll of aluminum foil in your kitchen. It's the same concept, just on a larger scale. Each roll of foil can be hundreds of feet long, but don't worry, it's not going to stay that way. These lengthy rolls are then further cut down into more manageable sizes that you're familiar with. Once the foil is the correct size, it's time for packaging. The rolls of aluminum foil are carefully placed into boxes, ready for distribution. It's fascinating, isn't it? This shiny, lightweight material that's so often taken for granted undergoes such a complex and meticulous process to reach your kitchen. And there you have it, the journey of aluminum from a solid block to a thin sheet of useful foil. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the remarkable properties of aluminum. From here, this humble roll of foil is ready to be used in countless ways, from cooking and baking to crafting and even science experiments. So, how is aluminum foil made? Let's do a quick recap. It all starts with the extraction of bauxite, which is then refined into aluminum. This raw aluminum is subjected to a rolling process, transforming it into thin, flexible sheets. The final touch involves a thorough quality check before it's neatly packed, ready for your kitchen. Next time you use aluminum foil, remember the fascinating process it went through to get to you. Don't forget to subscribe to our Marbella channel for more fascinating insights.